What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Samurai Sports Network, and I want to first apologize for the lighting. The batteries on my lights, for whatever, run out literally after one use. I used them for one video at not even full like strength of light, literally at the smallest amount it is, like right now, how it is on this one right here, and they're already dead. I don't know how that's possible. It was like a 5-minute video, but regardless, they're already dead. So I apologize for that. I'm bringing some natural light in from the back from my windows. It's actually a sunny day here in Miami, but I apologize for that. But I was asked an interesting question in my live stream on Sunday. I believe it was on Sunday, and I thought I would turn it into a video. I was asked, what do you think the Dolphins' most powerful group is, both on like positional group, both on offense and defense? And I touched on it in the live stream, and I know someone had commented and said that it was a nice video to sober up to, and I find that really funny. I did see your comment, but unfortunately I did have to delete the live stream because it was copyrighted. I want to start streaming on Twitch, so when I do stream, I will put up a video on YouTube, and hopefully those of you who have come to see my videos on YouTube will go on to Twitch and go watch it there, just because it's easier and I won't have to worry about it. And if I want to take the video and put it up, I can do it myself, take out the stuff, because YouTube takes just the longest time to take off a song. But I was asked that question, and it was very interesting to me, and I thought I'd answer it. So then I said, I was talking about the offensive line and the wide receivers. We're going to touch on offense first, obviously. I was talking about offensive line, wide receivers, and thinking about all that stuff. And I was going back and forth. I said, yeah, it could be the wide receivers, could be the offensive line. But when I really, kind of iron it down and think about it, I think it is most definitely our wide receiver group. Our offensive line, I think, is very strong now from what it was last year and what it's been the years before, our previous. I think this is probably the best offensive line that Ryan Tannehill has ever had. And I think that's very good. I think it's fortunate. I'm very happy to see our offensive line, be stable, and for him to have something where he's not going to have to worry about getting sacked and getting sacked and getting sacked and getting sacked over and over and over and over again. So that's something that's very, happy to me. But I do think that our wide receiver group is kind of strong. I think it is the strongest group. You have some veterans. You have some young guys with speed. A lot of them who are, appearing to the outside eye, to the naked eye, I guess you could say, is very hungry. Guys who want to compete, guys who want to be there. And it just is a different, they were talking and they were harping on about culture. It seems as if it is a different culture that we're seeing, and things are definitely different from the outside looking in. Now, we're not players. We're not in that locker room. We're not in the practice every single day, but it does look different. I think that they are our strongest positional group on offense. After that, I would go offensive line, and then from there, honestly, it's toss-up between everybody else, in my personal opinion. When we go on to the defensive side of the ball, there was a lot of options, and it's surprising because when you're talking about the defense, you're talking about the Miami Dolphins, you never really think that you have different groups to pick from. You never think that you have different ways where it's like, that's actually interesting, that we have options. And you could argue defensive line, maybe. Besides, Sue gone, they got Akeem Spence, they got some guys in, Devon Godchaux, Vincent Taylor, Charles Harris, you got William Hayes, Robert Quinn, Cam Wake, Andre Branch. So it's a lot of names, but it's producing. We want to see production, right? And that's a possibility. You look at the corners, that's very strong. Tony Lippett's coming back. Xavier Howard has finished off the year very, very well, played great last year. You get the addition of Minkah Fitzpatrick, Bobby McCain starting into an all-pro nickel cornerback, and we saw that last year. Def is not probably the greatest that we would want it, but you do have Corday Tankersley coming back, so you have a top three, and then you have two great nickel corners. When it comes to in the DBs, I'm including the safeties, obviously. So you have freaking Walt Aikens, who also is kind of a nickel corner. You have Rashad Jones, and now you have Minkah Fitzpatrick. That makes that really strong. Maurice Smith is coming back. There's another one that I'm forgetting the name of, number 33. Can't remember his name right now, but he was more of a safety and corner hybrid. He made the team as an undrafted free agent last year. Torrey McTyer. You have Torrey McTyer coming back. So you have a lot of different options, right? So DB is another choice. Linebacker, although a lot of people like to see our linebacker core is weak, Raekwon McMillan's coming back. Kiko Alonso is going to be able to be in a position where he doesn't have to be the main guy on defense, where he can just go out and do his, 100 tackle, 90 tackle, 80 tackle season that he does. You have the possibility of signing Michael Kendricks Friday once that $17 million from Ndamukong Suh does open up. From that also, you do bring in Jerome Baker now, which is a great addition. So you could say that that's that. But I think there's no argument that our DBs are the best group on defense. By far, it has the most depth, has the most starting caliber, has the most superstar caliber on defense. Our DBs should be able to control our defense. They're going to be you would like to see your D-line pressure so your DBs don't have a lot of work. But if the pressure doesn't get there, our DBs are going to be able to contain the work, and they're only going to progress, especially with Corday Tankersley. He's going to get better. Tony Lippett, you could argue will have to fight for his starting job. So it's very interesting. I thought it was a very interesting comment. Then I will be live streaming tonight if I can get all the pieces in place. It will once again be, Fortnite, or I might stream the FIFA World Cup mode and just play through that with any team you guys want. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. And as always, peace.